you, Caitlin. Yeah, he needs a lot more followers, guys. He needs 1,000 followers so he can join with the camera. Thank you. I can't answer if we're still together. You guys have to watch the show. Thank you for liking my blonde. I am originally blonde.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but her hair looked very, very like dark. It was very mousy brown. So, interesting. She claimed that she's originally blonde. Either way though, this is a wig, not her hair. But let's continue.
Hi, Heather. Thank you so much. He made a TikTok a while ago, but he made it private, and I have just talked him into making it public so he could go live with me, guys.
I wonder why he made it private, to be fair. That sounds a bit suspect.
And we lived in Daniel Boone National Forest on a piece of land that we bought. We lived in a tent very shortly as we were waiting for our cabin to be delivered. There are videos of the cabin being delivered and us building up the cabin. We were living off grid, and we chose to live off grid. And I'm glad I did, because it really did teach me a lot, and I'm able to do a lot on my own.
I wonder what it taught her. She says that living off grid taught her a lot. A lot. I wonder what that was though. Because to be fair, so far we don't feel like she's somebody that's ever really learned from her life lessons. You know, she's always behaving in ways of somebody that's nothing but a loose cannon. So I'll be very interested to find out, you know, about this about what she's talking about here. But either way though, we continue. And also, I wonder if she was living off grid because she was running away from the law. I mean, let's be real. This is a woman that's literally always living paycheck to paycheck. So I do wonder if maybe she owes some money. Who knows?
I love my daughter very much. Yeah, she's doing well. Family homeless shelter. I did go to a homeless shelter, but Faith was 13 and she is now 27. It became infested with lice. So I had to shave my hair, and that's where that came from. I shaved all my head off because I had really long hair and I couldn't get the lice out. Faith was taken care of and sent to live with her biological father at that time.
Well, the good news is at least the biological father was obviously Faith's life, and obviously she was able to go somewhere, especially given the fact that their mum was moving around the country at least 15 times anyway. So it's good to know that at least there was a time when she was able to go to her daddy, because goddamn, I couldn't have imagined what Faith's life would have been like. It's crazy because even right now we look at Faith and we're like, we can see why she is the way she is a little bit because of her mother. But I guess if she never had a father in her life at all, maybe Faith would have turned up even worse. But then again, who knows? Maybe her dad ain't shit neither.
So no, I've never had cancer. I never said I had cancer. I was with my ex-wife who claimed to have cancer. She said she had cancer of the throat, and she didn't. And she ended up having a stroke, and I found out she lied about the cancer. That's one of the reasons why she is now an ex-wife.
That's crazy, man. That is absolutely crazy. But the thing is, though, I'm not saying that she's lying, but at the same time, how do we know that this story is about the ex and the story is not about herself? Because, well, we made a video previously talking about how her sister came out to expose her to say that Lisa's nothing but a scammer. And scammers are the type of people that would lie about having cancer. So, and let's be real, you know, someone like Lisa is somebody that can tell you a story that has a lot of facts in it, but it may not necessarily tell you about who the story is really about, and then divert into making it to someone else, if you see what I'm saying. So there is always that question. But okay. She blames her hair loss on, or her haircut on lice. Interesting.
Thank you. And yeah, yeah, it's just one of those things. It was a very bad abusive relationship. Narcissist, liar, user. actually on my story. If you follow me and you go to my story, there is a clip of where Daniel's profile is.
So, her talking about narcissistic and abusive, etc., etc. Again, how do we know that she's not talking about herself? How do we not know that that's how she was in her previous relationship and it wasn't her ex? I mean, I guess these are questions that we'll never have the answers to really know the truth, unless, of course, the ex came out to defend herself, said, no, what she's saying is a lie, this is actually her, this is the way that she behaved. But then even then, when that happens, all we end up getting is two people with two sides of the story, but we'll still have to kind of decide who we believe more than the other person, and the only reason why I'm questioning Lisa is because so far she seems to be, she's somebody that has portrayed herself strongly as someone that would definitely either withhold information or twist the narrative or do anything to basically cover her own back. I mean, look at it this way: when Daniel went and told his uncle the truth about Lisa's everything about her, but from her being a lesbian to etc., 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 she wasn't happy with the fact that Daniel told the uncle. She even said to him, but some things are just for us only. No one else needs to know. And don't get me wrong, the standards alone in particular, I get what she's saying. But at the same time, it also really exposes that she's the kind of person that will only tell people what they need to hear and not necessarily everything that they should know. I mean, look at it this way. She with that information about Daniel before even traveling all the way to Nigeria anyway. Do you see what I'm saying? She was nervous about telling him about the whole thing with the same sex and etc., etc. So that's why we question, is she telling the truth or is she just flipping the narrative to benefit herself? And also, to be fair, her daughter also did obviously go on Reddit to justify all of her mom's actions. And even that itself wasn't exactly a good look because it felt like the daughter was just trying to do crowd control because she was trying to get people to like her mom rather than to see through her mom's BS. So, yeah.
Am I describing Daniel? Maybe I always fall for the wrong people, but Daniel's a bit different. We'll see. You'll have to wait and watch the show to see if I stay with him or not. You'll have to wait and see. He's actually not what he seems on the show, guys. Give him a break. Thank you.
So Daniel is not what he seems on the show. He's maybe a far better person than what they're portraying to be. Basically, what she's trying to say, give him a break. Interesting. So I do wonder though. So she was more than happy to defend Daniel by saying he's not what he seems. The question is she not what she seems neither when she's on the show? You know what I mean? There's always that question as well. But one thing that we do know in the previous video that I've made is that Lisa is being currently flirting with another Nigerian man on TikTok. So when he does ask the question of, so are you with him or not? Well, let's just call it what it is. I guess she can't tell us because of the NDA right now. But if she is still with him, then that means she may currently be two-timing him, obviously cheating him, the whole shebang. But yeah, we have to wait and see obviously how the season ends. And once the season ends, we'll then obviously be able to find out whether or not these two are still together or if they're not together anymore. And to be fair, at the same time, depending on how the season ends, it will also let us know whether or not we're ever going to see Lisa again on 90 Day Fiance. I would say that if her and Daniel end up being together, we're probably going to see her again on 90 Day Fiance. But even if they end up not being together, we may still see her again with this new Nigerian guy that she seems to be flirting with. Either way, I do feel like, depending on obviously her relationship with TLC, Sharp Entertainment, whatever, if she's got a healthy one, I can see them probably bringing her back, if anything. But again, we have to wait and see. Now, here's the thing. Lisa also did mention on her live stream that apparently that she is a CNA, which is quite interesting because there's been no evidence of it in any shape or form. You know, I've been on websites, another person that I know has been on websites, you know what I mean, trying to find out, is this woman really a registered nurse, etc., etc. And there's nothing in any shape or form that clarifies it. And from my understanding, in America, if you have been a nurse at some point, okay, even if you're not one anymore, your name will still show up on the database. So it comes down to one or two things. Either one, she's lying about this whole CNA stuff, or two, one, she's ever lying. What's the other one? Oh, yes. Or two, maybe I just haven't got her actual real last name yet. Because obviously, you know, on the show, people don't always necessarily use their full real name or whatever. So it could be just a name thing. That's why I might not be able to find this information about her. And it's really and truth is only because I want to know if she's telling the truth. And right now, like I was saying before, she says a whole lot of things. But none of it really seems to pan out to be the truth. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Lisa's that kind of person that when she's talking, she's lying. But hey, let me know your thoughts. It's kind of sad though, because when she's talking, she's lying, but really and truly, you kind of want alliteration. So you want it to be when she's talking, she's telling the truth. TTT. But instead of that, she's lying. Anyway, let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace.